This is basically Batman versus Superman with giant monsters. Yeah. Godzilla versus Kong. I hope you already seen this movie, and it's kind of sad to see this movie is watching in HBO, not in the big screen in the cinema, because this is that type of movie that if you watch in the cinema with all that surround sound and effect, maybe 4D, this is a really entertaining movie, to be blunt. And the premise is as simple as that. Kong versus Godzilla. A giant ape fighting a giant lizard. We had some plot twists here and there, but this is all that you could ask for if you're a kaiju fans, to see Kong vs. Godzilla with some, I don't know, some introduction from human characters here and there. But I really love the fact that this movie is really focused with Kong and Godzilla, and I'm glad that I'm alive in this day and age where CGI could provide such a beautiful almost realistic looking creatures to fight each other. I mean, every punch, every action, every building that crumbles. This is a really good movie for special effect, that is, because if you want a deep story or something, maybe some people will have something to complain about, but I mean, this movie is about them. And I know the first critic that most people will say, it's idiot. I mean, how come a giant monkey fight against not just a giant lizard, but literally a nuclear weapon? And I know that the plot is stupid, and it happened in the 60s, that old Kong vs. Godzilla movie, which somehow ended with Kong wins the battle, and it's kind of idiot. But I think it's not the point of this movie. The point of this movie is about not to get in the way of the nature, because Titans in this universe representing the balance of the universe, and human is the one who's tinkering with the nature and make a problem worse. Yeah, that's probably the point of this movie. And as a human, we just have to let nature find its way, that is. And what about the result between Kong versus Godzilla? Well, I'm gonna give it to this lovely young lady named Alana Pierce. I have the video link below saying his opinion.
Alex Martin said, "Yo, I heard Godzilla beats Kong. Is this true? Does Lizard really beat Jacked Monkey?" Listen, I know it happened like one time in the 60s, okay? But garbage. Throw it in the trash. If you've ever interacted with, like, maybe it's because I'm from Australia, where we have these lace monitors and lizards that, like, will tear you limb from limb. And then you take that and you make it huge, and irrelevant. Even the tiny lizard having a nuclear beam that comes from its mouth, okay? What's even a regular sized gorilla going to do against a tiny nuclear beam lizard, okay? Nuclear weapons don't have to be that big. You just sort of drop them, and then an entire city is destroyed for a really long time. Like, just for so long, birth defects, the lot of it. You're trying to tell me that just an upscaled monkey can beat a walking nuke that also happens to be part of a giant reptile with claws who is angry? It's fucking ridiculous, okay? It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. You people are... I don't care about the axe or the tools. It's fucking ridiculous. Obviously, Godzilla wins.
Yeah,
Come on.
Godzilla wins, spoiler alert, but the plot twist is human try to tinkering again with nature, and they created Mecha Godzilla out of Ghidorah head. Yeah, maybe you're gonna hate me for spoiling, but this is a stupid movie. Just watch it for the fun, and that's all that matters, because that's the fun part of this movie. And like I said earlier, this is basically Batman versus Superman. And in case you didn't know, Batman is King Kong and Superman is Godzilla. It's like a battle between David versus Goliath, like underdogs against the major top player. And somehow Godzilla versus Kong, this movie makes it works, unlike Batman vs Superman, somehow. The plot basically the same. We see the movie from the underdog's point of view, from Batman vs Superman, from Batman, and from this movie is from Kong and the humans that goes along with him. Even from the first interaction between Kong versus Godzilla, you know that Kong doesn't stood a chance against Godzilla. So in this movie, Kong using an axe with somehow have nuclear power, just like something coming out from Godzilla. I know it's stupid, and let's say that that weapon is kind of kryptonite for Batman to have a chance against Superman, and that's what happened. In the second round, they fight in Hong Kong, the beautiful fight, and still Godzilla win. And just like Batman versus Superman, the main antagonist is not each other. Apparently, they are in the same team somehow. Yeah, Kong and Godzilla has to cooperate against a new titans, a Mecha Godzilla, like I mentioned earlier. Well, this Mecha Godzilla is stronger, faster, and better than the two of them, so they have to combine strength to defeat these new titans. That's basically the whole plot of this movie. It's a dumb movie, it's fun, just watch and see. And this is what I want from a movie that is a fun, a pure entertaining. I know some critics and probably SGW protest this movie for their lack of representation, but I mean, this is a movie about giant lizard fighting against a giant ape. Do they need representation for minorities? Yeah, this movie is made like a labor of love from some guy who really loves kaiju, and that's it. This is the movie for us, for people who just want entertainment. Just watch it. Well, in conclusion, watch this movie. This movie is really good, really entertaining for the whole family. No agenda, no politics, just fun. Just watch it. It's really, really, really good. Yeah.